Hi queens, welcome back to my channel. Today I brought you all this super easy eyebrow tutorial. So let's jump right in. What you're going to do is start by brushing your brows. I'm using this dual-ended spoolie that I got from the drugstore. Really easy to use. One end's a spoolie, the other end is an angled brush for whatever product you choose to use. So make sure you brush your brows out very thoroughly. Then I'm going to go in with Ardell's soft black brow powder, and I'm just going to line the bottom of my brow, carving out the shape that I want my brow to be. This is where you create the arch of your brow, so it's really important that you take your time and use small hair-like strokes to apply your product. So take your time doing that, and then I'm going to do the same at the top of my brow, remembering to do small hair-like strokes with my brush. Not applying too much product, but make sure that you apply the majority of the product on the end of your brow, because you want the end of your brow to be more defined than the front of your brow. The front of your brow should be more thin and sort of like an ombre effect from the beginning of your brow towards the end. So I'm applying more of the product towards the end. I would recommend not even dipping back into whatever product you're using for the front of your brow. Just try to use the excess product that you have left on your brow from doing the end to feather out the beginning of the brow. So once again, take your time, especially in the front of the brow, because it can get really tedious and drive you crazy. So make sure you use your spoolie to blend everything together and make sure everything is nice and seamless. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this NYX pencil. It's an eye and an eyebrow pencil in the color black. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to line the end of my brow. I like the end of my brow to be a lot darker and more defined, kind of accentuating my arch. So I just take that, and once again I use small hair-like strokes to define the end of my brow. You don't have to do this step, but it's just something I do to make my brows pop more. And I don't use that pencil on the front of my brow because, once again, we don't want the front of the brow to be too harsh and too strong, you know, with pigment. So take your time and make sure you blend everything out. Then I'm going to take the Salon Perfect dual-ended pencil. It's got a concealer pencil on one end and a highlighter pencil on the other end. Really simple and easy to use. I got this in the color dark. I believe there's two. There's like a light and a dark shade. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take the corrector end, the concealer end, and just line the bottom of my brow and just draw out the definition that I want in my brow. You know, cleaning up any excess product, covering up any sparse hairs that we missed during tweezing. Just make sure everything's nice and blended out. I'm using this square brush that came with the pencil, the Salon Perfect pencil, and it's really cool because it's dual-ended as well. It's got a spoolie on one end and this really sharp defined brush on the other end. So it's really easy to use, making it really easy to blend out your product. Then I'm going to take my e.l.f. concealer brush and just blend all that out, making sure everything's nice and blended. Then you don't have to do this step, but this is something. I take my Morphe concealer and a round-ended concealer brush and just go over that really light concealer color. I use concealer that's closest, you know, the closest to my natural tone, so that it blends out well and it doesn't look, you know, too highlighted. The key is to make your brows look as natural as possible. And I go back in with that e.l.f. concealer brush, blending everything out. Then I'm gonna take my airspun powder and I'm gonna set everything with that, just so that everything's nice and blended out evenly. Not too much, just a little product. And there you have it, loves. make sure you do the same on the other end. And always remember, your brows will be sisters, not twins. So don't get too stressed about it. You can always come back to them later after you do the rest of your face. So there you have it, my loves. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you queens in the next video. Thanks. Bye.